You tried to build habits before, maybe many times. The gym routine that lasted 2 weeks, the morning routine you swore by in the start of January, the book you were going to read every night before bed, the journal you started and abandoned. And every single time it fell apart, you told yourself the same thing. I just don't have enough discipline. I'm just not consistent enough. Other people can do this. Why can't I? I want you to stop saying that to yourself. Because the reason your habits failed had almost nothing to do with your discipline. The system you were using was broken from the start. And nobody told you. Today, we fix that. Stay there. Here is the biggest lie the self-help world ever sold you. The motivation is what builds habits. Think about how every habit building story goes. Someone hits rock bottom, or they get inspired by a video, a book, a speech, and suddenly they're fired up. They start waking up at 5 a.m., they're hitting the gym every day, they're meditating, they're journaling, eating clean. And for about 2 weeks, it works. Because motivation is real. The feeling is real. But motivation is an emotion, and emotions, by their very nature, are temporary. Motivation works exactly like a phone battery. It starts at 100% when something inspires you, but every decision you make, every obstacle you face, every moment of discomfort, it drains that battery. And when the battery hits zero, the habit disappears. And you're left standing there wondering, what's wrong with you? Nothing is wrong with you. You are just running on the wrong fuel. Here's what the research says actually. A study from University College of London, they found that habits take anywhere from 18 to 254 days to form. Not 21 days like everyone keeps saying. The average was 66 days. 66 days of consistent action. Motivation cannot carry you for 66 days. Nothing emotional can. So what does? Let's talk about that. The most underrated habit tool in the world is not discipline. It's not willpower. It's not motivation. It's your environment. James Clear, who wrote one of the most important books on habits, says this clearly. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. And your environment is your system. Think about this. If you want to drink more water, putting a water bottle on your desk works better than trying to remember to drink water. If you want to read more, putting a book on your pillow works better than telling yourself to read before bed. You're not making a decision in those moments. You are following the path of least resistance. And whoever designed your environment designed your behavior. Right now, your environment is probably designed by default, by convenience, by habit of the past. Your phone is the first thing you see in the morning. Your couch is perfectly positioned in front of your TV. Your unhealthy snacks are at eye level to your kitchen. None of this is your fault, but all of this is your responsibility to change. So here's the practical application for whatever habit you want to build. Ask yourself one question. How do I make this habit the easiest possible option in my environment? Want to work out in the morning? Sleep in your gym clothes. Want to eat healthier? Remove everything unhealthy from your eye level. Want to spend less time on your phone? Charge it in another room. Make the right choice the obvious choice. Make the wrong choice require effort. When you design your environment intentionally, you stop fighting yourself every single day. Now here is the actual technique that changes everything. And once you hear this, you'll wonder why nobody taught it to you earlier. It's called habit stacking. Your brain already has hundreds of habits running on autopilot. You wake up, you check your phone, you finish eating, you sit on the couch, you get in your car, you put on music. These sequences are locked in. automatic. Habit stacking means you attach a new habit directly onto an existing one. The formula is simple. After I do this existing habit, I will do this new habit. After I pour my morning coffee, I'll write one sentence in my journal. After I sit down at my desk, I will write down my 3 priorities for the day. After I brush my teeth at night, I will read 1 page of a book. You are not creating a new routine from scratch. You're inserting a small action into a routine that already runs automatically. Your brain barely registers the addition. The resistance is almost zero. And here's why this is so powerful. You don't need to remember to do it. You don't need motivation. You don't need to schedule it. The existing habit becomes the trigger. Automatic. Start with habits that take less than 2 minutes. 2 minutes, that's your entry point. 1 page, 1 push-up, 1 sentence, 1 deep breath, 2 minutes. Because the goal in the beginning is not transformation. The goal is to become the kind of person who shows up every single day without negotiation. 2 minutes every day beats 2 hours once a week, every single time. I want to be honest with you about something. Building habits is not exciting. There is no dramatic moment. No montage, no overnight transformation. It is boring. It is repetitive. And it works exactly because of that. The most successful people in the world are not doing extraordinary things. They are doing ordinary things extraordinary consistently. Stack your habits. Design your environment. And show up for 2 minutes. That is how it starts. That is how it always starts. So let's bring this together. Your habits failed before because you were running on motivation, a fuel that always runs out. Because your environment was working against you without you realizing. And because you are trying to change too much too fast. Here's what you do differently from today. Pick one habit. One. Stack it onto something you already do every single day. Make it take 2 minutes or less. And design your environment so that habit is the easiest option available. Do that for 66 days, not 21. Not 1 week. 66 days. And on the day 67, you won't need to think about it anymore. It'll just be who you are. That's the second shift. Building the person, one small decision at a time. Subscribe if you want more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.